We're in the last week of March, and what I'm going to do now is sow some sprouts and some broccoli seeds. I'm going to keep them inside in the potting shed. They don't need a lot of heat, but they do need some. But at this time of year, the heat is, as the things are warming up, is probably enough. So I will, and I'll show you how we do that. Okay, what I've got here, I'm going to sow them in these trays, which are sort of about 2-inch pots, and they're reasonable because what I'll be doing is just potting them, planting them straight out in the garden once they've come. But what I'll tend to do is plant a few seeds in each and then thin it out to the best one. Standard seeds, this is a purple sprouting broccoli, and this one is a Brussels sprout. So I'm going to plant a tray of broccoli, a tray of sprouts. If they all come, I'll probably have more than I need. Compost wise, I'm just using standard potting compost. I'll add a little bit of vermiculite for the drainage, but it's not essential. And there we go. Now the broccoli packet says plant about 0.5 centimetre deep in a compost. Keep warm, about 13 degrees. So I'll put a cloche over the top of this, and that will probably be enough in here until the weather gets a lot better. When I do these, I do these the end of March, but it can vary because it depends on your local weather. Now we've just had a cold snap. Couple of days of frost, but the forecast now is for wet and warm, which these sort of things will find ideal. So that's why I'm doing them now. If it stayed cold, I'd probably leave it for another week into April, but it really depends on your local weather. And of course, broccoli is pretty easy to grow. But it is a brassica, so when I do plant it out, I'll have to net it to stop the butterflies and caterpillars. That's some watered and labelled. What I'll do is I'll pop one of these little plastic cloches over it, and that'll just keep them warm enough to germinate. And I'll leave them sat here in the light in the potting shed. They don't need to go in the heated tent because that's going to make them too warm, whereas they're quite comfortable sat here in these temperatures.